Hi, my name is Jessiah Voné. I am here with the poem. I titled it Precious Metals. Precious metals refined by fire, seeking relief before the final product. The fire was there in the beginning and all throughout. It burns eternally, just like life. For who really knows where death and life begin? For who really knows where death begins and life ends? I hope to one day meet my 2 children that left this world early. The first miscarriage was around 8 weeks. The second miscarriage was around 15 weeks. I knew something was wrong, and when I called the doctor's office, they said nothing could be done. Wish I knew then what I know now. Then I never thought about the concept of medical malpractice. All I know is when my second baby passed into death, my heart sank and my whole body ached. How grateful I am for the 3 beautiful gifts God has blessed me with. Every good and perfect gift comes from above. To speak about suffering for suffering's sake is a missed opportunity. But speaking about suffering with purpose totally flips the script. Although you will experience some scrutiny, that is a sacrifice worth taking. If at least one person is made aware that they are not alone, and while sufferings do hurt, are very painful, oftentimes related to things so close to the heart. To know you will make it through, alone or with support, choosing growth over descendants, providential ascendance. So bathe me in the fire, the refiner's fire, and allow me to grow through the pain, through the lack, so that I can fulfill every aspect of my life's purpose. Having peace in my heart, knowing I did all I could do, and keeping my heart 24 karat pure. May the mistakes I make become the stepping stones of grace. If we never make mistakes, we would inevitably lose touch with our humanity. So I'll learn to enjoy the burn. I know the cards I am dealt will never be too much to handle, and that I always have reasons to be grateful and smile. And one day I pray to become one with earth after seeing my children raise their own secure children. So my prayer is that we all grow gracefully. Much love, by Jessiah Voné. So, yeah. I'm just inspired by, the journey of learning and growing and having and not having. There is a scripture, I know I should have looked it up beforehand, but there is a scripture that Paul talks about learning to have and learning to not have. And it is Philippians. It's in Philippians 4:11 through 13, and he talks about how he's learned to be content in any and every situation. And so he's learned to be content when he has much. He's learned to be content when he has little. And also, he says, this is also when he says he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. And so, I don't know, I'm just thinking of that concept of, when you have more, you're grateful and you are content. When you have less, you're still grateful and you still are content. Kind of concept, mentality. And I do believe it's okay to have ambition and to want more, of course. But sometimes part of the journey, part of that chapter of the book of our life journey may be to have less at that time. And still to look for the things to be grateful for and to appreciate, right? But anyway, So I hope you have a blessed night or morning or evening whenever you're watching this. It's night for me right now. And thank you those that have walked on my journey with me and have seen my mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes in life. Like, for example, when I was a kid, and I had to have been no older than 7, and I was over a family friend of my mom's, and so we were over there, and they were boys, the kids were boys, and so I was playing by myself in the backyard, and I saw that there was this bird nest in their backyard, like connected to the back part of their house, kind of thing. And I was like, I want to look in it. So I came close up to it, and I couldn't see it all the way because I was short. And so I grabbed it and I looked inside, and I saw these baby birds. And I know this doesn't make sense, but I was freaked out. I was freaked. And so I dropped it out of shock. I don't know why I was surprised that there was baby birds in a bird's nest, but I guess I expected to see eggs or nothing or something like that. And I felt so bad. I went back later and I didn't see them. I didn't see the birds. And I told the family friend about it, and she was very disappointed. And I think she told my mom when my mom came back later. But yes, so that's a mistake I wish I never did, and I feel that maybe those that were witness to it maybe took that the wrong way, as if it was part of my character instead of just a mistake of curiosity, right? But anyways, so I've made a lot of mistakes. That's just one to name one example. But it's just, in those moments, it just connects you to your humanity, right? And to the notion that you're not perfect, and we all need grace, right? And so thank you for going down my life journey with me, those that have, and thank you especially to the people that send encouraging energy, and those that send negative energy, I guess, constructive criticism, right? I would love to one day give back to communities. Like I walked away from my 9-to-5 job because it was becoming a situation where I'm giving more than I'm receiving, and also they were trying to dictate how I handle my own children. Now, that's where they really crossed the line, and I did file for discrimination, but they did not take my case seriously. But it was discriminating against me to say that I have to make these choices with my children, or they're not going to give me work, or I'm going to have less work, right? And although the client should be first, I've witnessed them in my over a year of working there. I witnessed them working with their RBTs and such, right? So the fact that I had been there for some time and they weren't even trying to work with me, it was like the longer I worked there, the less respect I had, and the less notoriety I had, and that doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. Especially because I witnessed the opposite with others, right? But anyway, I'm just explaining one of the reasons why, and I felt led to make it on my own, to try and be my own boss, and I'm still on that journey. So some things didn't work out. Like I tried to do Amazon affiliates. It didn't work out for me. Truth be told, I'm not a saleswoman, because when you are a salesperson, you gotta sell it no matter what. And I tried that a while ago. I was a vacation guide, they call it, at a company, basically that deals with people who have timeshares, and you have to sell memberships and stuff like that. And people would be like, "Oh, I just came back from the hospital," or something like that, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like not focus on the sell, focus on the heart rather, the heart of it all. And that's just me. So I did try it though, because I did want some income, obviously, have a living, but I have come to the realization that a regular 9-to-5 job is just not for me. But I have been open to like getting like a part-time job, just temporarily, right? But anyway, I'm grateful for the journey, and I'm learning. And thank you for going on this journey with me, those that have. Thank you for the positive energy, those that have it. And thank you for the constructive criticism. I wish you all the best. I have no qualms with anybody. I have no issues with anybody. I really do pray and hope everyone in this life does well for themselves. Much love by Jessiah Voné.